What's going on, people? Darden here, and it's that time of year again when the gaming gods descend upon us to deliver digital manna from up above, otherwise known as the holiday season. Or to be more precise, to find some way to make some more money because a whole lot of games are coming out season. So cut some hair, cut some grass, I don't know, sell some candy. Don't do nothing illegal, but there are a whole lot of games coming out. Some of these games and releases have already come out, such as Tomb Raider. You had the Forsaken Destiny 2 release come out. Now, we won't be talking about those in this video, but make sure you stay subscribed and stay tuned because I will be coming back to those. A lot of great things to discuss talking about those releases. But today we are going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, this game releases on Friday, October the 5th, and it is already receiving lots of positive reviews, but we won't be talking about that today. What we will be discussing in this video is the top 5 movies you should watch before playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, these movies won't give you any particular insight on the game or nothing like that, but what it will do is get you that hype level past 100, past 200, maybe to 500, maybe to 5,000. I don't know, depends on where your hype level is at already. But it's one of my favorite pastimes. It's something that I love to do. And if you enjoy doing it too, if you enjoy talking about it, you're going to love this video. Go ahead and leave a like. Let's get right into it. My top 5 movies to watch before playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And keep in mind that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is set around 400 years prior to the events of Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is going to be set in the year 431 BCE. It's going to be covering the Peloponnesian War, or, you know, Ubisoft's take on the Peloponnesian War, or the Assassin's Creed universe is setting the Peloponnesian War. I really hope I'm saying Peloponnesian properly. Anyways, so expect a lot of sword and shield epics to be on this list. Alright, enough talking. Let's get to the movies. First on this list is going to be 300 Rise of an Empire. Now, this wasn't the best of movies, but it's entertaining. There's a lot of stuff happening, some good action going on. But the reason why I specifically put this movie in over some other ones that you all may mention in the comments is because it's 300 on water. That's pretty much it. If I had an elevator pitch to give to somebody about what 300 Rise of an Empire is about, it's basically Spartans on water. And in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you're going to be doing a lot of naval battles. From what I've been seeing and a lot of the early reviews and a lot of the gameplay, your naval battles are going to be a prominent part of gameplay. There's a lot of water. There's even a lot of customization options. So if you enjoy installments like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you are really going to enjoy Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or at least from what I'm hearing, you'll enjoy what they've done with the system as far as the naval battles are concerned. But if you haven't seen 300 Rise of an Empire, go ahead and check it out. It's not bad. It's a big dumb movie. It's one of those movies that, hey, you know what? Didn't get a lot of great reviews, but it's something to put on and something that I enjoy from time to time. Check it out. 300 Rise of an Empire. That's my number 5 spot. Next up, we have Immortals. Now, Immortals was a surprise hit for me. I didn't think I would enjoy this one. Here you have Henry Cavill in his before Superman role, and this movie takes a little bit more of a fantastical approach. You got gods, you got people moving at superhuman speeds, and I really enjoyed that. I didn't expect it, so when I saw those things happening, it really impressed me. I don't remember seeing it in the trailers. Maybe they did have it in the trailers. I just remember going to watch the movie, and when those parts came up, when the gods descend and they start doing certain things, it was really impressive. Now, I put this in here in correlation with Assassin's Creed Odyssey because Assassin's Creed, as of late, not even as of late, but they've been trying to add more fantastical elements in it. If you play Origins, you know what I'm talking about. You have these sequences where you're fighting gods and things of that nature, and I believe that is all well and intact within Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So this here covers your fantastical part of the game. Immortals has all of that. I mean, it has the magic weapons, it has the cool armors, it has all kind of great visuals. Really good movie. A lot of people, I mean, are in the middle of the road about it, but it's one of my favorite action movies, one of my favorite sword and sandal movies. Go ahead and give it a check it out. Immortals, you got, I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, look, it's Superman. It's Superman before he's Superman. Great movie. Check it out. That's my number 4 spot. Now, number 3 is one of my favorite movies, period. Now, I will tell you this movie is good, even if you don't like it. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite Brad Pitt movies, and that is Troy. Now, you got Achilles, who, if you've been following Assassin's Creed Odyssey, he is mentioned a lot in the game. A lot of these characters who in these movies that I've mentioned earlier will be mentioned also, but Achilles is one of those guys. He's one of those heroes. He's amazing, and it is shown in this movie. It's basically a retelling of the mythological tale, but in a more realistic explanation for it. And it's a great movie. I think it's one of my favorite all-time movies, period. Maybe not in the top 5 or nothing like that, but definitely when you start getting into the top 15s, top 10s, things like that, it might have to go in there. It has a little bit of everything. Great action, decent story, nothing you haven't heard before. It talks about the Trojan horse, but you got some great actors in it. Eric Bana's in it. I mentioned Brad Pitt's in it, and you just got to check it out. Now, it ties in with Assassin's Creed Odyssey because in Odyssey, what you're going to be getting is a lot of big battles. Now, in Origins, you didn't have too many huge epic battles. I mean, there was these camps you had to take out. But oftentimes, it will be one person at a time, so on and so forth. But with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you're going to be taking out hordes of people. You're going to be in the midst of the battle. You can look at some of these battles, and there's a lot going on. And Troy is going to give you that fix. It's going to make you want to jump in there and get into the heat of the moment. And it's my number 3. Go check it out, Troy. Now, if you know movies, you know this one was gonna be on here. Now, some of you might look and be like, number 2 is kind of low. It should have been number 1. But if this one is number 2, most of you already know what's gonna be number 1. But let's get right into it. Number 2 is gonna be Gladiator. And before you all get out there and say, hey, Gladiator is one of the best sword and sandal epics out there, I agree with you, it is. But in the context of getting hype for this game, it does have the great action, it does have a great story, but it's a little bit slower, a little bit more on the serious side, and it's one of those movies that I like to just sit and enjoy for a plethora of reasons. Now, it does get you hyped. You want to get in that arena. You want to cut some lions and tigers and all this other stuff that he was fighting. But I'm going to put it at the number 2. And the reason why I put it up here is because one of the main stories, as far as my understanding goes with Odyssey, is it's partly a story of redemption, redeeming your family's name or something to that effect. Haven't looked a lot into it, but in some of the reviews, that's what I've been hearing about. Plus, even if you didn't know anything about the story of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Gladiator is just a great movie. It's a great movie to watch. It's a great periodical piece or period piece. Go ahead and check out Gladiator. It's a great overall movie. Probably the best movie on this list. I'm gonna say that right now. Movie wise, when you're talking about filming, when you're talking about writing, when you're talking about cinematography and just an overall film, yes, Gladiator is gonna be the one to watch. Even if you just want to, if you only had time to watch one, I know the game comes out soon. The game comes out in a few days from now. If you had to watch one, I would say you're going to either watch this one, Gladiator, or the one that I have at number 1, which most of you have already figured out. But number 2, I'm going to say Gladiator. Probably the best film on this list, but check it out. The story and Assassin's Creed Odyssey story kind of are going to parallel in some ways, I believe. And plus, even if you don't want to, this movie's just great, period. You can watch this movie anytime. So check it out. Number 2, Gladiator. All right, and number 1, let's say it all together. It's gonna be 300. Yes, 300. And mainly, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's because of the Sparta kick. Now, the Sparta kick is shown prominently in all the trailers for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's shown in all the promotional material. There, even in some of the reviews, people are saying it's the most powerful move in the game, and so on and so forth. All that is great, but 300 is just one of my favorite action movies, period. It's a great visual movie, something to look at. Story isn't all that amazing. Again, it's a historical retelling or reimagining of an historical event. You know, it's about the 300 Spartans holding down the fort, whatever you want to call it. It's a great movie. It's, you know, if you haven't seen it by now, go check it out. And if you have seen it, watch it again before this game comes out, before Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out. You're going to be ready to jump into the game immediately after the credits roll for 300. So you got Gerard Butler, you got the 300 Spartans. You also have Fassbender, I believe, is in this movie. Before we knew him as Magneto and all these other big roles that he's been playing. So that was a cool thing to go back and watch and see him. You got Lena Headey. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name properly, but a lot of great actors in this movie. And then, you know, you got Zack Snyder, who's hit and miss. I actually enjoyed this. I enjoyed the comic book look and feel of the game, and it's definitely one of the main movies that I'll be watching as I wait for Assassin's Creed Odyssey to release. Well, that's all I got for now. I want you all to get in those comments below. Let me know what are some of your favorite movies you're going to be watching to get hyped for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And even if you're not a movie person, or if you're not into watching movies, what is it that you like to do to get hyped for a game, if you have to do anything. And I don't have to do it, but it's just one of those things that I enjoy doing. So what do you enjoy doing before a game comes out? You can leave all the nasty stuff out, because I know it's the internet. I know some of you people are going to be saying some weird stuff. You can go ahead and share that with somebody else. But all you normal people out there, what are some things you like to do before a game comes out? Are you into movies? What movies do you want to see before a game comes out? What movies do you like to watch? What shows do you like to watch? Get in the comments below. Let's talk about it. I'll be responding. Maybe even make a viewers video as far as what you guys say you like to do and or watch before a big release. So keep a lookout for more Hype Theater. For every big release, I'll try to do one of these. And if this is your first time stopping by this channel, thank you for hanging out with me, listening to me. I really appreciate it. I'm just a regular guy who likes to talk about games and movies, and that's pretty much it, and some things in between. But that's neither here nor there. Thanks for watching, guys. All my longtime subscribers, I really appreciate your viewership, and I'll catch you in the next video.